Thank you for checking out this post from the Unbroken Line. I am Chad Hayes, and glad to have you along today. We've been talking about 21 ways to be yourself. This post brings us to principle number 4, which is do not compare. You will never truly be yourself when you are comparing yourself to those that are around you and those that you're seeing. And especially in a world of social media today where people are posting their best selves and people look so successful working in the church. I see leaders and friends, my peers that are posting their successes. Very rarely do we ever post about our failures. And so a lot of times there's a false image of reality and how successful people are, but they're posting their best day, their best service, their best message. And a lot of times if you're looking at that, you're comparing yourself, that's going to lead you to discouragement. This is an endless cycle. There's endless comparison. It leads to endless discontent. As long as you're comparing yourselves to others, you will never be content in who you are and who God has created you to be and the call of God that is upon your life. So we have to stop comparing ourselves. The Apostle Paul in 2 Corinthians chapter 10, verse 12, he says, we dare not class ourselves or compare ourselves with those who commend themselves, but they, measuring themselves by themselves and comparing themselves among themselves, are not wise. It's not wise for us to compare ourselves to our peers, to others that we're watching and following. And it can be a good thing to follow through Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, those different social media platforms. They're great tools, and I learned so much from so many different leaders and so many of my peers in the kingdom of God. They're great tools and great assets. And it's a tool also that can be used to get the gospel out. But the danger is that we start looking at others and we think that their success is greater than ours. And it's an easy thing to do. We can look at the people that are showing up at their church, the great crowds, they have busy itineraries or lots of views and clicks and likes, and we're not getting the same thing. And it's very, very easy for us to get discouraged by that, but we cannot allow ourselves to get caught up in that trap. The Apostle Paul gives us some wise words in Galatians chapter 6, 4, and 5. He says, but let each one of you examine his own work, and then he will have rejoicing in himself alone and not in another. For each one shall bear his own load. God is not going to judge you according to others. He's going to judge you according to what he has called you to do. There's a very specific call upon my life. God's called me to do certain things. I've just got to learn to be busy about that, to be content in that, and to look at the wins, to look at the victories, and look to only the Father to affirm me and give me my value and tell me my worth. This is key, I believe, in being successful and truly being who God has called us to be. We have to stop comparing ourselves to others and start pursuing what we're passionate about. I figured out what I'm passionate about. I've figured out what God has called me to do. I'm passionate about making disciples. I'm passionate about helping people grow in their walk with Jesus. I'm passionate about helping leaders in the church to grow and to help churches grow and succeed and be successful. Passionate about those things. I'm passionate about church planting. These are the things that make me excited. They're things that when I'm involved in these things, it's not hard for me to get up and out of the bed in the morning because I'm passionate about them. So I'm pursuing what I'm passionate about. When you get into the pursuit of what you're passionate about, you're not going to be looking around to see, am I as successful as this person? Am I doing what they're doing? They're giving this much money to missions. They're reaching this many people. They had this many people in their church. And I love to look at my friends. I love to see what they're doing, but I'm refusing to allow myself to get discouraged by their results, and I'm choosing to rejoice with them in their successes and strive to do what God has called me to do. And that there's great contentment. Stop comparing yourself. Stop looking to others to find your worth and your value and measuring yourself against others, and start pursuing what you're passionate about. Again, God's not going to judge you according to what others are doing. He's going to judge you according to what he has called you to do. And so comparison, if we're not careful, can destroy us. And this endless cycle of comparison and looking at people and what they're doing will only lead to endless discontentment. This has been another post from the Unbroken Line. Thanks for checking us out. Chad Hayes again. If this has been a blessing to you, please like, and you can leave your comments in the comment section. retweet, repost, whatever you do out there. Help us get the word out about what God is using us to do for His kingdom. We would greatly appreciate it. Also, subscribe here on our YouTube channel. We would greatly appreciate that. God bless each and every one of you. We hope that you have a great day.